This video is for entertainment purposes only. Let's roll! Yes, the CZ75b. This pistol has actually quite grown on me. I used to, well, back in the day, a long time ago, I used to think that, it was like a Browning high power. And, these guns weren't really coming in to the area where I was at from the Eastern Europe until about maybe I want to say I don't know 96ish, 97ish. These guns were actually quite hard to come by originally from Czechoslovakia, and like I say, I always thought it was a lot like a Browning high power. Typically, what you would find out here at the time would be a Springfield P9 or a Tanfoglio. Springfield made a really impressive one with a long slide and a ported barrel. It was like a competition model, and it's once I get into the thing, it's actually pretty fascinating. The rails, like what's typically cut on a slide and of on the frame end of the rail is actually on the slide, and the type of cuts that are typically on the frame on the slide are actually on the frame. If that makes sense. So it's just really actually pretty cool. I was just saying, well, I need at least one machine steel semi-automatic 9mm pistol, and I decided just to pick this one, and it's been great. And I took it to the range. It's a pleasure to shoot, and I personally like it because it shoots my crummy 9mm reloads. No matter how hard I try, I can't get those things to size right. Doesn't really go through with my Glock, but this thing here manages to just eat up everything. It came with a palm swell style grip. I changed it out to a Pockmeyer. I'm living in California, so I have to use a 10 round magazine. They originally came with 15s, if I remember correctly. Some of them have a decocking lever on the frame, and I think that's kind of a more newer edition. The one that I have is the more traditional edition, where it's still double action, but gives me the option to go cocked and locked. I still kind of got to work with that a little bit. Right now, I'm kind of just lowering the hammer manually and carrying it with hammer down, and so I'm just getting used to that right now. And as far as what would I do, as far as half cock, not half cock, I don't give advice like that. Well, anyway, I take this thing out to the range, had a great time, got some good time shots with it, and I'm starting to train at 50 yards. Given the way the world's going now, recently a shooting has occurred where the guy had to take a 40-yard shot. So I'm starting to make 50-yard target practice I'm trying to work that into my curriculum. So anyway, got some footage of me at the range today. Enjoy. A little slow here, just starting to warm up. I'm also operating my camera for my other social media, so I just, when I'm out here at the range, I got to make, best of my time, take some other photos with the cell phone for Instagram, stuff like that. Gotta learn to slow down here, getting a couple misses, but getting that cadence back up. It's just a pleasure I do like shooting. Once I get the accuracy down and aiming down, it's a pleasure to shoot. This out. I'm leaving it. It's my old footage. The best things I ever bought were steel targets and a shot timer. It's like having a class every time I go to the range now. This is 50 yards. This is kind of interesting. I found that I always thought there was a bit of a hold to it. I'm just finding that point of aim, point of impact, and a more conscientious pull on the trigger. I seem to land those rounds. I do quite a couple misses on these mags here, but I mean, I'm going to start working this in as a regular practice regimen, and it's actually kind of satisfying to ping that target at 50 yards. Let's check out what we did. A lot of new marks. That carriage bolt looked like it got ringed a couple times. Alrighty. Well, don't worry about the haters. Just let the haters worry about you.